Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur, and thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Now, in the last video, I kind of talked a little bit and kind of covered how I manage so many social media accounts. But in this video, I actually want to take you guys through the process of what I do and ultimately how I get data and things like that to manage my clients. Now, there's a lot of things that go into it, and there's a lot of things that I just physically can't show you for a multitude of reasons, predominantly being NDAs, but also customer confidentiality and things like that. So don't hate me if I don't go too deep into it, but I'm going to show you guys exactly the tools that I use to manage all these accounts, to help post on all these accounts, and ultimately the process I go through to make sure that they're getting the customer engagement that they should be getting. So that's number one. Number two is, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I do really appreciate it. This is the new setup. I'm kind of liking it. I'm still waiting on my new lights, but that's coming. And three, we're going to dive into my computer and I'm going to show you exactly what I do to manage all of these accounts. Now, what I'm showing you is not all of my accounts. It'd be impossible because I use too many different programs to manage all of them. But I'm going to show you guys and teach you guys the software I use called eClincher. That is the software I use to post, to direct message, and all that kind of stuff, and ultimately how I schedule out a bunch of posts. Now, because of COVID, it has been a bit of a slower month for me, but this is the tool I use. It's perfectly capable of scaling. I could also give my clients admin accounts so they can go in and see what's going up and make changes and adjustments and things like that on a monthly basis. So let's go dive into my computer. Alrighty, so welcome to my computer. This is the computer view, by the way, but we're going to dive into the software accounts, the software I use for most of my accounts and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Right off the bat, I want to tell you guys about the software that I use. So the software I use is a program called eClincher, and the old software I used to use before I had eClincher is a software called Buffer. So essentially, in my opinion, Buffer is the younger brother or the little brother of eClincher. There is a ton of functionality in both platforms. I don't want anyone to think, hey, this product is better than the other. They're pretty much comparable for a lot of reasons, and if you're on a budget, they have a free account. So 3 social media accounts, 10 scheduled posts. A lot of people are probably going to need more than that. So $15 a month, that's a steal as far as software goes. Yes, it is every month. I totally understand that. However, if you're looking to spend some money or you're looking to run some accounts, think about it, right? Every business has a Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. Now there's LinkedIn. There is Pinterest. There's all of these different softwares. So don't think you're going to be able to get away with just 3. If you use just 3, by all means, it's a phenomenal platform. Even their free stuff is really good. They also offer a 14-day free trial. No, I do not get any money in this. I'm just letting you guys know. Then they have analytics. I don't particularly love analytics on social media in general, unless it comes from the social media account. And the platform that I use now, which is eClincher. So this is how I run over 50 social media accounts. They have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google My Business, YouTube, Google Analytics, and then Google Blog. There is a ton of information in here. You can add, you can subtract accounts, things like that. Unlimited publishing and scheduling. You can go, I think, up to almost 1 year in advance. I would never recommend any company go more than about a month and a half, at most a quarter in advance. Anything more than that is just silly. I understand that St. Paddy's Day comes around every year, but there might be things that happen. There might be things that could give you an edge over your competitors or make your post stand out. So I never recommend scheduling things out that far in advance. The other catch to that process is if you know that you're doing a charity fundraiser in, let's say, 6 months, right? And you schedule out all of these posts for 6 months, well, what happens if the fundraiser gets canceled, like coronavirus, right? And all of a sudden, your posts keep going up because you forgot about them. So that's that. It's a phenomenal platform, and you can actually do even more in this platform than you can with just about any other platform, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. In here, you guys can go through, you're going to add all of your accounts up in the top left, add and manage accounts. You will see all of the accounts I manage in here, and this is most of them, right? I don't even have them all turned on because I just simply can't afford that many accounts at one time, and it would not be profitable. But the cool part is, like I said, Facebook, Twitter, this is something different that this software does that no other software does. You have Instagram, you have professional or business, and then you have user. Then you have Google My Business, LinkedIn, Pinterest. On LinkedIn, you can post to a personal account and to a LinkedIn page. That is not possible in almost any other platform. Pinterest, Google Analytics, YouTube, and Google Blogger. The other cool part is on Facebook, you could also post directly to groups. So if you wanted to, you don't have to think about, hey, can I post this or can I not post this? They also offer a bunch of integrations, so Dropbox, Google Drive, Zendesk, Sniply, Bitly, Pocket, Feedly, Yelp. I'll be honest, I haven't used Feedly, Pocket, or Sniply, but those are some options that you guys have. And once you're set up, you can go in and pick your accounts. You can go in and select what accounts you want to add, so just simply hitting it with a check. I am maxed out right now. The other benefit of this too is if you're either a digital marketer or you're paying somebody to do this, you can have other admin accounts. So I can give access to my clients to go in there and approve or disapprove different posts. And the cool part is they can only see the accounts that I assign them. So I can assign them just their accounts, so they don't actually see what other stuff that we're posting and things like that. Now, like I said in the beginning, I am a little bit slow right now, so I have lost a couple accounts just because social media is the first thing that gets cut, and I totally understand that. But in here, you can go through, you have what are called publishing groups. So these are different accounts in here that you could publish. Like, for example, if I do Baron Media, right, it's selected for Facebook and Instagram. Immediately, I don't even have to think about it. And then in here, you're going to type your message. So we'll just write test, right? It'll tell you how many characters you have left in both. So Facebook allows 5,000. LinkedIn offers about 1,300. And for obvious reasons, right? Twitter offers less than other ones. So you might have to adjust some things. The other functionality of it is you can create a campaign out of it. So if you know that there's going to be a series of posts, there is saved replies and hashtags, shorten links. So if you have a really long link, you can use a shortener. It'll automatically shorten it for you. It's phenomenal, especially when characters are super important. You have to think about that. This is the Sniply. Like I said, I haven't used Sniply yet. The emojis, they've come a long way with emojis. They have, I think, all of the new iPhone ones and more to some degree. They just did a major overhaul on this, so they added a bunch of different things. You can also add attached images from your local disk, media library, Google Drive, and Dropbox. They give you free images to use by the 3 major sources of free images. Now, the images that they give you are 100% royalty free. You do not need to give credit to anybody. You can go in here, select anything that you want. So if I wanted, let's say beach, that's could be something that maybe I want to do. And here's beach, right? The cool part is it's beach in all the websites. And it saves you a lot of time from going to find it. I typically will go right to these websites, pull the image I want, and then drop it into a software called PicMonkey. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because if you have a Canva account, you can actually integrate this with Canva, and it'll say, Facebook, these are all the sizes that you need for a post to be like optimal. So if you're curious or you're not sure and things like that, this will literally break it down. If you add an image, if we just add these flowers, for example, we'll attach it. And if you want it shrinking or anything like that, if that's even a word, you could go in and just do Facebook, and it's going to cut it down to the right size for Facebook. Now, it's not the perfect size, because sometimes you want different images to stand out. And if you have a Canva account, you could sign in and make those modifications. I don't use Canva, like I said. I use PicMonkey. Canva is totally free. They have a free version. I do recommend it. It's a phenomenal software. And having it integrate just saves you a lot of time exporting and importing. You can also create a custom video with Wave. I haven't used it yet. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, but if you need to do that, then it's a phenomenal option for you. Free animated GIFs, they do help. I do manage a lot of professional stuff, so I don't really use GIFs for a lot of things. And then your Pocket account for that kind of stuff. The cool part is it will give you a preview of what your post is going to look like, so you know exactly what you're going to be posting. Here's LinkedIn and there's Facebook. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then if you wanted to boost it, there is a hashtag option in here as well once you get into Instagram and things like that. So if I added, we'll just add somebody's Instagram really quick. We won't actually post on there. So if we go to my Baron Media Group Instagram, in here you can do suggested hashtags. So if you want to do some hashtag research, it's phenomenal. So if I want to do flowers, it'll actually give me the top used flowers and most compatible with it. So flowers, beautiful Instagram, right? Flowers, Instagram, flowersgram, things like that. Super, super helpful. It just takes a lot of the thought process out, adding locations, people, boosting, and adding first comment. There's no other software that's going to add a first comment for you like that I know of right now. That may change. Hootsuite or any of these other brands are coming up with it. And then you can do post now or schedule, like I said. And literally you could just hit done, and it will post it within typically about 5 minutes, give or take a little bit, because it does run through an algorithm and it does have to make sure. It will also notify you if the post isn't approved. So if you're like, hey, I don't know if this post is going to get approved or not, or anything like that, because I'm posting it in a third-party platform as opposed to right to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever, it'll email you saying, hey, XYZ post did not post, and then you have to go in here, make the modifications and things like that. But it's a beautiful program. It's absolutely phenomenal for what it does. The inbox is just like your inbox if you were to go through and look at your inbox like you were on Instagram and things like that. It's extremely helpful. I typically will just go into the accounts to check it. Then you have feeds. There's your feeds right there if you need to pull anything up. Analytics, like I said, I don't really love analytics on any of the platforms. I haven't seen anything spectacular on any of them. But it is a basic overview. I highly recommend, if you're going to look at analytics, to go in and select each and every single one, because that way you could go and see who's visiting your Instagram, who's visiting your LinkedIn, who's visiting your Facebook, and it's going to be as accurate as it possibly can. There's only so much data they can pass through. Custom reports, super nice things, and then any influencers, if you add them here, you can go in there and message them. And that's really it. That's kind of the entirety of the program. I wanted to cover this. I think it's really, really valuable, especially if you're a business owner or salesperson or you're in marketing. It is so easy to go in, make all these changes, schedule out posts. It takes a lot of stress off of your shoulders, where you can go in once a month or twice a month, schedule out the next week or two, and then resume your day knowing that things are going up, you're still getting attention, and then all you have to do is just go in and check on it and make sure that you're answering questions, comments, or anything like that. Hope this video helps. I'll see you guys in the next part now. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys found some value in that video. That's the tool I use. It works really, really well. If you're an agency looking to manage more than just, 3, 5, 10 accounts, this is the solution for you. Now, I said 50 social media accounts, and some of you guys might be like, you don't have 50 social media accounts in there. Well, technically, yes, I do have about 50 social media accounts in a variety of different programs. That's the one I use predominantly, and it goes higher than that. Now, I have different social media accounts, not 50 accounts altogether. Big distinction. One company could have 3, 4, 5 different social media accounts. So because of that, it varies drastically, and the software hooks into a variety of different things. It does help manage a bunch of different things. And the other reason why it's really important is if you're a business owner or a salesperson or a marketer and you're looking to get a hold of one of these programs, by all means, I love eClincher. It's the absolute best if you have a handful of accounts. But really, the benefit of it is it saves a ton of time for you in your business. So if you're looking to save time, if you're looking to save a bit of money by not hiring somebody and you want to do it yourself and spend one day a month and just schedule things out for the whole month, it's a really, really, really good option. So thank you guys. Leave a comment down below if you found this video interesting. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down there. I use those questions for future videos and things like that. My channel's been growing a little bit more steadily now that I have this kind of new setup. I really, really do love it. So thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time.